free testing of your English ability. I'm going to give you the grade that's going to reveal, right, how well you speak English and can communicate. But if your grade is low or if your grade is high, okay, I'll take you beyond that, right? It's just a starting point because then we know where to proceed. But the reason to learn English is because we could be friends and you can be friends with me. So who am I? My name is Nathan Raymond and I've lived in Japan for a long time. I have this experience in Japan, so I know exactly what the English speaking situation is. Okay? But see, I have this experience in America too. So it's that, why are you learning English? Okay? If you want to really enjoy learning English in a way, right, that we're friends, okay? But when you're friends with me, we're friends with health, wealth, and relationships. So let me explain, right? Okay, now look, this is a mental component because when we get to this health part, right, we're talking about people right now who, they want to be in the best shape, right? But it's functional. Now, look, see, it's like I'm big at the moment, okay, because I'm a dad, you know what I mean? But I definitely have it where I'm going to want to get in shape and I need people who are also going to be into the health aspect part, okay? But then we also have this aspect of like the wealth, right? Because you see, when we are going to be friends, we are going to get into communication about the world and interviewing people and introducing people and creating networks and very good teams that are all going to be productive, okay? And this is where it all comes into the relationships, okay? So the relationship that you and I have is based on the relationships that we're gonna be cultivating with others. These are productive relationships and dynamic relationships. And look, we have this relationship, but I realize I'm only one person, and ultimately there are people that are better matched for each other. And that's what it's all about. So we talk about health, wealth, and relationships, right? When it comes to the big picture. But when it comes to the picture of you, we're talking your interests, your skills, and your dream. And your skills based on your history. What have you done? What do you do, right? And your dream, right? And what are you interested in, right? These are just questions that, we're matching people. But then specifically, we're going to talk about, right? Like, okay, where's your location and what's your schedule? And look, see, when it comes to this day-to-day, because look, okay, right now online, there's so many people talking about online entrepreneurships, making money, just pay this fee. And then you pay the fee and then they're gone because they want high numbers. You're just a number. They want your money and then they're going on to somebody else. So what's better is when you have people in collaboration where money is not what brings us together. There's an equal stake in this. There's your idea, an idea, and a relationship. And this happens in anything. But look, once we have that relationship, then there's a negotiation, okay? It's not what I think or what I feel. It's your information and my information, and which is, where we live. And my system has in mind, every city has 12 categories of business that when we talk about our relationship and they know about it, the businesses in your area, and how our relationship is on Facebook, because we're also a ClickFunnels campaign, right? So when you have a Japanese person and an American, and they're reaching out to the 12 businesses and people in their area, then they both have English speakers and Japanese people that they've met, and we're introducing them to each other. So this is a system. And look, if you want to get yourself in a situation where you're using our mind, our body, and our spirit, that's when you're going to see the dynamic transformation in your health, wealth, and relationships. This is Nate Raymond. Join the Japan English Exchange, where Japan is on display. Japan is using English, and our conversation is the exchange. This conversation can also be switched, like information is the exchange. Money is the exchange. But you see, money's not the first exchange. And if you go to any other exchange online, money will be the first exchange. But you see, people who think money is only, on exchange, see, these people are too hyper-focused on money. And they don't understand that money is just a tool, and it's the health, the wealth, and relationships. So we need the holistic balance of everything. And the people who recognize the holistic balance are the people that we need to be in line with, because if we are with people who are hyper-focused on one of the three, then ultimately our higher relationship will not be possible. See, so we have a way of interacting with people regardless, right? We're going to have conversations with everybody. We can offer something to everybody offline in our communities. Everybody in the community we can offer something to. 12 categories of business and their customers, right? But then online, that's when we're using our online offline real personality, right, to give us the proof to the people online that we're attracting. So, this is a big convoluted thing, but look, if we just become an international friendship association, I'm talking about the Japan English Exchange, and you are an ambassador for the Japan English Exchange in your location, and we are an international friendship exchange. So when we say friends, right, we're talking about people that are on that level that can fill the slot of what an ambassador is. And now ambassador and a friend, obviously it's a different word, right? But our ambassadors are friends. But when you say friends, they're also ambassadors. And ambassadors talks about the 12 categories of business and this ClickFunnels campaign we're running online. So as you can see, this is a high degree of interpersonal communication with people, agents, personal, usually in the human resources department, these kind of people who are interviewing people, hiring people, firing people, right? So the thing about Japan, like my situation in Japan, is that I'm connected to Japanese companies just because I live here, right? Just because I'm a citizen of a place, well, not a citizen, a resident of a place that has a manufacturing base. It's like all about the manufacturing base, and that's what is missing from probably wherever location you are, is that you're in a place that's not in a manufacturing based place because you live in a place where they outsource it. And outsourcing can never be as good as self-sufficiency. You just being a consumer, right? A customer. It's not as, involved as being a producer, okay? An engineer, a creator. And maybe you say you don't want that, and that's fine, right? But I'm not saying what it is you want. I'm saying what we need to be to have local thriving communities, and this is what it takes. So who's ready to get their arms, put their sleeves up, ready to get dirty in their hands? We got to be social. We're talking about social entrepreneurs, social engineers, but at the same time, right, we are benevolent, peaceful, we're ambassadors. Essentially, we're energy sensors, okay? We're taking our emotions out of things. We're just seeing things and using the information of it. See, too much emotion has been infused in people's lives. So this system I'm giving to you is definitely in the brand of Japan. What do you think of Japan? You think of a dojo, a culture, karate with mind, body, spirit coming together. Japan is a little country, but they're number 3rd on the world economy. You guys have to recognize that there are some skills here needed for people's digital transformation. And that's what happens when you're friends in the health, wealth, relationships with me in an all-encompassing Japan English Exchange, where you are an ambassador of your community. You are the one that is helping people based on information. The control of information is the new oil. This is the energy, but it is a bottom-up, individual-centered one. As a consultant, I can give you exactly what you need to get to this next step. Now, who's ready to learn English?